For your brain to function healthily, it needs a constant flow of blood to provide vital nutrients and oxygen to brain cells. A stroke happens when the blood supply to part of the brain is interrupted or cut off, and the brain cells are damaged or they die. There are some simple lifestyle changes you can significantly make to reduce the chances of you or your loved one having a stroke. In my last video, I listed some of the things that can make you to predispose you to stroke. If you have not watched that video, please watch that video before this one or after this one so you can see what I said in that video. Number one, I'm going to reiterate that number one again because it's a big issue, and that is high blood pressure. High blood pressure is the most important modifiable risk factor for stroke, with a strong, direct, and continuous relationship between blood pressure and stroke risk. They have big relationship. So, and it's modifiable, meaning that you can actually reduce your blood pressure. How do you reduce your blood pressure? You have to start by actually knowing whether you have high blood pressure or not. A lot of people are walking around with very high blood pressure. Sometimes they have a bit of headache. They just shake it off by taking paracetamol, and they'll continue because they're so busy. They don't even have chance to go and have their blood pressure checked. They don't have the blood pressure equipment at home to check it themselves. They have all these little symptoms and signs that I mentioned earlier on, like blood vision, or various things can be happening, showing you that actually your blood pressure is extremely high. But you just think, oh, I have a bit of headache. You take medication. All this self-medication, we have to stop. Check things out, especially, okay, if you think it's maybe headache and you take paracetamol and it continues, it's time for you to check it out. Don't keep taking self-medicating because it's actually causing lots of problems and tragic situations. By making 5 simple lifestyle changes, such as 1, eating a healthy diet. We have to always talk about healthy diet because that's the way forward. So number 1 out of the 5 is eat a healthy diet. Healthy eating can help you reduce blood pressure. Yeah, see, we're talking about blood pressure. That is the main thing here. But healthy eating will help you to reduce your blood pressure, cut down on your salt intake. Don't stop adding all these sachets you add in your food. They are loaded with salt. And then you come and add extra salt to your food. Watch your salt consumption, thereby reducing your blood pressure. And also reduce your cholesterol level by eating healthily. And as well as losing weight. All these things, I will hear this all the time. These are all factors that make you more likely to suffer from heart disease and stroke. I talked about heart disease the other day. Number 2, another thing that I say a lot in this channel, take regular moderate exercise. If you are active for 30 to 60 minutes a day, most days of the week, you will dramatically lower your risk of heart disease and stroke. That's what this research I did said. So you don't need to overdo it. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to, do so much. Just do moderate exercise. And it doesn't have to be 7 days a week. It can be maybe 3 to 4, 5 days will just be enough. Number 3, drink sensibly. If you drink alcohol, drink in moderation only and have alcohol-free days. You don't have to be consuming alcohol on a daily basis. You can have it as a leisure, maybe on occasions or special occasions, or if you have to have it, maybe weekends. Once in a while, don't consume alcohol all the time. So that's number 3. Yes. Number 4, stop smoking if you do. Smoking doubles your risk of having a stroke. If you are struggling to quit, you can get help and support. There are help and support. You go to your GP, you go to your, clinics and stuff. They have smoking things that can do to help people who smoke. Number 5, manage any underlying condition, health condition. A number of underlying medical conditions, such as the big elephant in the room, which is diabetes, or another big elephant in the room, which is high blood pressure, increases your risk of stroke. Managing these conditions appropriately minimizes that increased risk. And as I said before, high blood pressure is the single biggest risk factor for stroke, causing around half of all strokes in the UK. From the research I made, you should make sure that you have your blood pressure checked regularly by your doctor. Yes, it's better to check it by your doctor because we may check it at home as well. But sometimes the blood pressure monitor you have at home, if it's not well calibrated or if the battery is going down, it may start giving you false readings. So always good to check with your doctor. But if you have yours at home, make sure that it's calibrated on a yearly basis. Make sure that the battery is changed when required. Some of them will give you warning sign of batteries. Make sure it's changed so you can get adequate results. Let me quickly talk about foods you can enjoy that will help you to reduce the predisposing factors and also reduce stroke. Let me quickly talk about foods that you can actually enjoy that will help you to reduce the risk factors. Foods such that you flavor your foods with herbs, spices, and lemons. Cut down on all these sachets that I see most of you use. You open this sachet, they are loaded with salt. They are loaded with additives. They are not good for you. They are increasing your blood pressure and causing you so much problem. Eat fresh fish and fresh vegetables. Fresh fish, fresh vegetable, anything fresh like that, green leafy vegetables, those are good. Eggs are actually good. Some people say that, oh, egg yolk is not good, egg white, but eggs in general is good. About 3 to 4 a week or so will be fine. Some people eat it on a daily basis. It's up to you, but eggs are okay. Lean meat, such as chicken and turkey, are good. Cut down on beef. Small amounts of monounsaturated oils and spreads, such as olive oil and rapeseed oil, are better than the normal vegetable oils if you have to use oil at all. I don't use any kind of oil. Apart from coconut oil, obviously. I use coconut oil to some extent sometimes. Yeah. Cottage cheese is good. Unsalted crackers and nuts, fresh and dried fruit, homemade soups are good. Sweet potatoes are better. As I've said it before in my videos, sweet potatoes are better than white potatoes. High fiber or low or whole grain bread if you have to have bread, but have it in moderation. And food that you have to reduce are salt. Reduce salt in your cooking. When you add all those sachets with so much salt, then reduce salt. But if possible, stop using all those sachets. Use herbs to season your food. It will still taste nice. So avoid salt or minimize salt. Tinned fish and things like that, smoked fish and tinned, reduce them because they are high in things that may predispose you to high blood pressure. But hard cheese, crisps and dips, salted nuts, sweet biscuits, packet soups or tin soups, chips, pastries, cakes, all that now. Yeah, those things are not good. Cut down on them. Go for fresh things to help yourself. You will thank yourself later on in life. If you start now, this is the time to start. Don't wait any longer. All these strokes, people who I've seen somebody as young as 35 diagnosed with stroke, and even younger. There's been statistics all over the place. So please help yourself to help yourself. I'm going to stop this one here. Goodbye and God bless.